A very good afternoon to everyone. I am very happy to welcome you on behalf of KQHDA, Karnataka Qualified Homeopathic Doctors Association, Bangalore, for the international webinar on research-oriented clinical cases in association with Dr. Wilmer Schwabe, India, one of the biggest manufacturing unit in India, what quality medicines they are giving to the homeopathic doctors as well as through them to the patients. And today we have many senior homeopathic faculties are with us, each one in their own way contributed for the research, education, as well as the suffering humanity through homeopathy. And many are very seniors. And here I would like to say where this Karnataka Qualified Homeopathic Doctors Association for last 27-28 years doing the human service to the homeopathy by organizing seminars, webinars, conducting free camps, and recognizing and respecting the faculties in homeopathy, like so many activities, and encouraging the youngsters to come to the platform and through the homeopathic mainstream to serve the society. Like that, so many activities it is conducting for so many years. Today we have many seniors. Each one really requires minimum 1 week time to present their talent as well as research activities. But we thought maybe the short time, how we enjoy the cream in the ice cream, like that, they could able to express and share the cream of their research work as well as their contribution to the society. And in that way, today we have a very senior doctor, Dr. B.D. Patel. He is a teacher for the teachers for so many years servicing, and he was worked as a principal of Chandigarh College as well as Bangalore Government Hospital College.
I'll come in 1 minute.
Vinayaka Mission Homeopathic Medical College, Salem. Like that, many personalities he has encouraged and doing a lot many works, and he is with us. And I welcome you, sir, Dr. B.D. Patel. And another very senior personality with us today, Dr. A.K. Gupta, founder director of AKG, means A.K. Gupta's Om Vidya Institute of Homeopathy and Allied Sciences. And he is a visiting professor of Dr. B.R. Soor College of New Delhi, and as well as guest faculty for so many other institutes, and a very senior personality, and he is a president of Delhi unit of Homeopathic Medical Association. Like that, see, each one has contributed in their areas too many things, and he is one of the international presenter, a very good orator, as well as done a lot many works on different diseases, research works, and he has got his own followers also. And we are very happy to welcome you, sir, Dr. A.K. Gupta, sir. And another senior person with us, Dr. M.K. Sahani. He was an educationist as well as is a chairman for the education committee in CCH, and his contribution is there a lot for the framing the syllabus of UG and PG syllabus. And he's having his own research institute, Tahani Drug Administration and Homeopathy, and he's a professor and HOD of GD Memorial Homeopathic Medical College, Patna. Very soft-spoken, a very senior, a leading personality, pleasing personality, and many awards he has got it. Dr. M.K. Sahani sir is with us. Sir, we are very happy to welcome you on this platform. And another person, they are going to join us, Dr. Praveen Kumar. Yes, joined. Sir, I think we are in time. And he is the man, I did not introduce him, because the man behind to start the qualified PG course in homeopathy all over India knows his contribution. We are very proud of you, sir. and he is a professor and HOD of Government JSPS College, Hyderabad, and editor, National Journal of Homeopathy, and a researcher in homeopathic medicine through in vitro studies of HIV and AIDS in collaboration with Indian Institute of Chemical Technology, Hyderabad. And very proudly, as a teacher, I congratulate him. From the different universities, 3 times he has been awarded as a Best Teacher Award. Sir, we are very proud of you. You are with us. I am very happy to welcome you, every senior person. Another person with us is Dr. Muralidharan. I will introduce him as a homeopathic scientist. See, a very interesting personality, silently works for the research for last almost 27, 30 years. He is working and he has worked in different parts of India. At present, he is working in National Homeopathic Research Institute, Mental Health, and many other projects. He is working as an officer in charge, as well as professor and HOD of Department of Medicine, and as a main investigator for many projects. He has worked as a scientific advisor. Very interesting. At present, he is working in the Kottayam National Institute of Mental Health Science. Really, is a very good institute, a 100-bed hospital, well equipped, and leading such institute is not an easy job. And Dr. Muralidharan is sharing his shoulder with a big responsibility. Sir, you are with us. We are very happy to welcome you. And another personality, Dr. Subhash Singh, he will join us. He told me he had some work. He will join us later. I will just introduce Subhash Singh. At present, he is a director of National Institute of Homeopathy. And to say the good was that recently, a month back, he made a very good MOU with National Institute of Homeopathy and All India Institute of Medical Sciences at Raipur. A well-known personality, Dr. Mahendra Singh's son, is another interesting matter. Why I say that? Because Dr. Mahendra Singh's contribution to homeopathy was much. We cannot just say in one word. I think all seniors, they know, as well as the juniors may be following him. And I welcome all of you, and I welcome the chairman and other office bearer secretary of KQHDA, as well as Dr. R. Valavan, head and scientific of the medical affairs of Schwabe India, and all the managing directors, chairman, and Schwabe India officers, as well as organizers of this. And I am very happy to welcome, at the same time, all the participants who are there all over India as well as abroad. They are with us. Here, I would like to share with you why this has been called as an international webinar. Each personality to whom we are going to discuss or share our ideas, I met them all in the international platform. It is 3 years back. I met Dr. B.D. Patel in Bangalore's International Homeopathic Conference. We have shared the dais as well as presented. And Dr. A.K. Gupta, I hope he remembers last year, Liga Homeopathica Medicorum, Italy, in the Sorrento. I think we have shared the dais and he was with us as the speaker. That was another incident. Because I am introducing you, all these personalities are international speakers. That's what I am going to tell you. And Dr. M.K. Sahani, sir, a very senior person. I think, Sahani sir, you remember we are there on November 2nd and 3rd at Thailand, International Conference on Traditional Medicine and Homeopathy. And another person, Dr. Subhash Singh, 3 years back in Varanasi, International Conference on Saurikpa, the system which has added to the Ayush department. I think many may not be knowing the international conference, and we have shared it as I was representing myself and Subhash Singh. We were representing from homeopathy. It was really a wonderful experience. A Tibetan medicine, where the international conference happened there. And Dr. Muralidharan, the international Ayush conclave which happened in Thiruvananthapuram, we have shared it as there. That was an incident. That's why I remember. And Dr. Praveen Kumar at Delhi International Conference, we have met. See, this is by coincidence or by remembering all of you, I thought all you could able to share in the KQHDA platform and you could able to discuss it in short and brief, whatever the papers or the cases are there. And now I request Dr. A.K. Gupta to start, and followed by Dr. Sahani will present.
Dr. Shripad Hegde, we have one small thing
Yeah,
to
please,
start
sir.
the program with the Shankhanada.
Yeah, I request our KQHD patron and the senior person. Actually, we do all this. There was some technical this thing he could not able to get in. I request our beloved patron, Dr. B.D. Patel, sir, to make a Shankanadam and start the session. Sir, please. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. This is the what positive vibration from this platform, yes, which will spread throughout the world, and a positive thinking as well as positive era in this COVID lockdown or a depression era. We would like to bring some bright light to the system as well as suffering humanity. Please, now I request Dr. A.K. Gupta, sir, to start the session. Then we'll follow, sir.
For the opportunity given. I have taken just a minimum time, and in your time, I have finished it.
Yeah, sir. Sir, we are all coming as a scientist as well as research officers. Naturally, we have to maintain our timings. And
Yes.
thank you so much for sharing your very interesting and encouraging cases. If any questions are there, they will chat, sir. Then later you can answer.
Yes.
Now I request Dr. Sahani, another senior personality and having had a many important roles in the education as well as in the practicing system of medicine. And now I request him, Dr. Sahani, please share your views, sir.
I should be permitted to leave Dr. Shripad Hegde ji.
For some time, sir. Later you can join. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Okay, okay. So, good morning. You are able to listen to me?
Yeah, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm audible to you all?
Yeah.
Sir, good morning. Good afternoon to all. Thank you, Dr. Hegde, and thank you, Dr. B.D. Patel, Dr. A.K. Gupta ji, and Dr. I see many others also. So I'm happy to be with you all in this webinar, international webinar organized by you, the Karnataka or Qualified Homeopathic Association. So my presentations, in my presentations, I have selected some cases, but I'm going to some cases of the hypothyroidism. And my approach, as you all know, that I'm using only repertory for the selection of medicine. So my approach is for, in these cases, I will be demonstrating how I practice and how I select the medicine through these cases. See, this is a case my clinical approach to the clinic, we randomly, I'm going to present 15 cases of the hypothyroidism, and all these cases were selected and were confirmed under the ICD-10 diagnostic code of 3.0, E03.9 for the study. Now, I am among the 15 cases, I am giving you only one illustrated cases. One illustrated cases. This case was taken on 12th January 2016. She was a female and she was 40 years age and her weight was 65 kg. The present complaints approached to us for the hypothyroidism for which he was suffering from the last
Hello.
Dr. Sahani, please continue.
This case was hypothyroidism, suffering for the last 4 years. There was a breathing difficulty when she started walking, palpitation and cough and exertions, which was ameliorated by the rest, and she was allergic to dust and the obesity was there. Past history, there was nothing significant. In the family history, the father was a retired person having dry cough. Mother was a housewife with a hypertension. She has 2 brothers and self only. She was married in 1996. Husband was a police inspector, and sibling, she had 1 son and 1 daughter. Now, mental setup, we saw that she was a graduate. Her occupations, in spite of that, she was a housewife, leading a sedentary lifestyle. Concentration was difficult for her. She was a short-tempered lady and weeping after anger, mild and but silent in nature. She has less interest in the religious activity and desire to remain in the bed and changing, and she wanted change in the life. Now that we can see that this lady was a graduate, she was an educated person, so she wanted that this could happen because her husband didn't wanted to be in the job, so she was leading a life of the housewife. That's why she wanted some change in the life. On the physical plane, teeth has fallen and throat dryness was there. Became vegetarian after the marriage. Earlier she was taking the non-veg food, but after the marriage, because of that. So nausea and vomiting tendency was there after the eating, and stool was constipated. Palpitations, aggravations, walking exertion, and respiration difficult, cough, palpitations. Then back pain was there, lying on the back, and swelling in the body was there. So we selected following rubrics. You see that TSH level was 12.05 and ESR was 20, and ovarian cyst was diagnosed. We selected following rubrics from the report for the repertory from the synthesis repertory, like bed remain in desire. She constantly want to and dreaming, and this was one of the important things that we mentioned. Then weakness for the memory was there. Then changes desire. This rubric is there. And nausea, drinking after aggravates. Chest palpitations, exertion during, and chest palpitations, cough during, respiration difficult cough during, and respiration difficult palpitations with. And in the generality chapter, there is a hypothyroidism. We selected pulsatilla. We selected potency 0/1, LF potency. Pulsatilla basic theme of changeability is better reflected in this patient. So pulsatilla 0/1 was transmitted. This is my mode of administering the patient through the hair on 12th January 2016. Case was monitoring was done through TSH and other physical and mental symptoms. Now this is the repertorial sheets that you see. We have taken all the repertorial where you see the pulsatilla to be of the highest track, covering all the symptoms. Second, followed by the Netrium neuriticum, phosphorus, and other medicines. Now follow up. 12th January we started the treatment. 26th January she reported with the cough, dry cough, persist yet feel better. So we didn't change medicine. On 1st of the February, she spoke about the cold was better and swelling in the legs was less. Then 22nd February, freshness, swelling better, cough minimum, continue, no medicine change. On 15th March, the TSH level came down to 5.05 and we still continue. Then there was steadiness, no change was there. So we increased the potency to pulsatilla 0/3 and to maintain that so that it can be. Now on 2nd of October in 16, she reported we took the thyroid test and it was 2.05, which is still less. And on 14th of February next year, it was reported to be the 1.05. This was followed for 2 years with steady maintenance of the TSH. Later on, the TSH was there and she was not taking any of the maintaining medicines besides this, our pulsatilla. So what we see that it is a single medicine selection of the pulsatilla selected through the repertorial process. It helps the patient from 0/1 potency to 0/3 within a year, and she started living better. So this is my way. This is one demonstrative case. I will also tell you the other cases where one cases was of the pulsatilla and 4 cases were of the Nephron muriticum and 3 cases we took for the Silicea, tuberculinum 2 cases, sulfur 2 cases, and Nux vomica 1 cases, and arsenic 2 cases. So medicines were selected from the general pool of the homeopathic medicines on constitutional selection basis. So this is the output. So now you see all the cases are of the thyroid, but the different medicines are used, and but different symptoms matrix is also different. It is important to see the symptoms matrix. That's why I'm going to present the symptoms matrix of all the cases. Now you see the Nephron muriticum. The treatment took for the 16 months. You see the symptoms: mind, grief, silent, introspections, weeping easily, food, drinks, kiss desire, fasting amulette, greasy face, and throat, thyroid glands complaint of music amulette. Nephron muriticum was there. Another case of Nephron muriticum, which covered the case within 15 months, and it was thyroid gland, hypothyroidism, anger easily, fear, ghost, consolation amulette, swelling, puffy, oedematous, cold, heat and cold, food, drinks, cheese desire, and obesity. Then another case of the Nephron muriticum, it took 15 months. You see the symptoms complex matrix here. Aversion and she likes the alone, brooding, consolation aggravates, salt desire, sedentary habits, hypothyroidism, sun exposure to headache, and nose perspiration on. Important symptoms. This is the way I select. Then another case of the Nephron muriticum where sleep position was on the abdomen, back pain lying back on amulette, food and drink, sour, etc., and dwelling on the past disagreeable occurrences, weeping alone when, selfishness, and general air draft of aggravate, rectum, constipation, stool remain long for, she did have the urge for so many days. Now, this is another case of the Silicea, where affectionate person, consolation aggravate, swelling, puffy, oedematous, weeping is spoken to when, fear, pain of obstinate, and throat, thyroid gland, and perspirations of the scalp sleep during. Then another case of Silicea which took 17 months, external throat swelling, thyroid, fear, poverty of Silicea, anxiety, future about, elements from contradictions, mildness, weeping easily, and fasting aggravates, and difficult respirations, exertions, so on. So Silicea, it took 17 months. And now this is a case of another Silicea where we took the symptoms: swelling thyroid, weeping easily, consolation amulette, for respiration difficult, exertions after, fear, disease of impending, anticipation, abrupt, and animal fear, animal food. So Silicea was there. Then another case of Nux vomica. See the symptoms complex here: hypothyroidism, sour food, abrupt anger, easily constipation, stool remains again for a longer period, obesity, cover, sublet, desire for she wants to be covered, and activity, desire, activity. Now, this is the tuberculinum case, traveling desire for history, personal history of the tuberculosis, anger, violent, abrupt, salt, desire for cover, amylase, difficult exertions after, then face greedy and fear of the dog. So it covered the tuberculinum. And next case of the tuberculinum was there, and here the mind elements grief from weeping spoken to when, throat swelling, thyroid, face greedy, ear open like, and nose perspirations or cover amylase and food desire, fish desire. So this is the case of the tuberculinum. Now this is the case of sulfur. Elements from anger, anxiety, fastidious, weeping, anxiety after, appetite, capricious appetite, hypothyroidism, standing aggravates, reading desire, and respiration difficult, air in open. So sulfur was the remedy, and it took 16 months to cover this case. And another case of sulfur, it took 14 months. You see the symptoms: swelling, puffy, odometus, hypothyroidism, fasting aggravates, difficult respiration, dust from operation in the chest, feeling, ascending aggravates, fear happens, something will, mind absorb, medicines, allopathy, abuse of. So this was the case of the sulfur. Now arsenicum. Two cases of the arsenicum. Here elements from anticipation, average nature, cover amylase, hypothyroidism, dryness, thirst with restlessness, internal, respiration difficult, air in open, and difficult accompanied by. So arsenic was there. Another case of arsenic, it took 15 months. Swelling, puffy odometer, fasting aggravates, anxious, chest operations, clothing aggravates. This is important for her. This case, difficult evening, medicines, allopathy, abuse of, cover, amylase, and desire for food and drinks, warm food desire. So arsenic was there. So now you see that we have completely resolved 11 cases out of the 15 were completely resolved, and only 3 cases have not had a moderate, and in one cases only we found there was no response at all. Now I am going to demonstrate another case of dysmenorrhea, where the symptoms is very unique. That's why I wanted to present this case. So perfume love, a case of the dysmenorrhea. This is a case of the lady who entered in our clinic consultations for her complaints of severe dysmenorrhea. As she entered, the whole of my chamber was filled with the fragrance of perfume, and I was wandering around to look for the patient, thinking that she must be the attendant. As she had sat before me, immediately spoke about her problem. Then only I realized that she was the patient. Now, as she entered the clinic, we observed her to be nicely dressed, with smiling faces and good mannered. It appeared as if she had no problem, and she came as an attendant only. She spoke gently. She was a graduate and now a housewife with 2 children, and she was actively looking after the household work, and at the same time, she was engaged in society activities in a club and entertainment program. She was ambitious but could not pursue on after the marriage, which took place while still she was a student. As husband was well placed, posted in the service, they dropped the idea of getting engaged in the job. Now, with her presenting complaints, she was having acute pain in the hypogastric region of abdomen 1 or 2 days before the onset of pain. Pain was acute, cutting, and she was confined to bed and had to take the painkiller during the
Hello.
Is it disconnected? Why no speech? Doctor, are you able to hear?
Dr. Sani, please speak now.
So now she was having the acute pain in the hypogastric region of abdomen 1 or 2 days before the onset of mens. Pain was acute, cutting, and she was confined to bed and had to take the painkiller. During the mens, pain was slightly reduced, but yet continued till the whole period of the length of the period. After the menses was over, she was relaxed. She was very active otherwise and had no complaints. She told this pain was most depressing state and concerned what will happen to her future life. She used to get some frontal headache and off and on, which was worse from the sunlight. Past complaints, menarche was unnoticed and had no other problems. Only after the first childbirth at the cesarean, this pain is still started. Family history, father now old and retired from active service, no other complaints. Mother was also housewife and used to have some pain in the knee. She had 2 brothers and 2 sisters, and she was the third in the serial. She was married at the age of 25. Husband is an executive officer in the government sector. She had 2 children, and they are okay. So, well-behaved lady with readiness for adopting the new life. Her memory was active, rarely gets angered. Well-behaved with readiness for adopting the new life. Her memory was active, rarely gets angered. But when it comes, she behaved violently. Fear of darkness, she liked social activities, music and traveling. By organization. Continue to and was her favorite choice. She was formal with the religious activity. She liked fast food with pungent and spices. Disliked sweets. Thirst was normal. Stool was off and on constipated. Urine normal after the menstrual discharges. Mucus liquoria was coming during the period. Sleep was normal with vivid dreams. She liked to take bath regularly. Perspiration was normal. She liked winter. So the lady was conscious of the body and mind, had ambitions but compromised with the situations, still expresses herself with present lifestyle in the society. Lively and easily mixed in society, she feared of pain. She opted for the cesarean birth of her first child, whereafter the pain of menstruation, this problem started. So now we selected the rubrics Mind, Perfume, Love for. This is very important rubrics that you can find in the synthesis repertory. Traveling desire, anxiety, pain from female genitalia, pain menses before, female genitalia, delivery after complaints. This was important milestone. Then fear, dark, and anger, violent was there, and communicative lady. So this is the repertorial states. You see the medicines, and you can just So this is the rubric here now. So phosphorus was selected and it was transmitted in 0/1 potency. On 24th of the January, menses appeared, pain was less. 25th of February, next mens appeared, no pain was there with uneasiness persisted. Then 26th March, follow up with no pain. Case was followed for another 6 months and now she forgotten about the pain. So now we stop the treatment. So this was the case where I tried to explain you that when looking for the mental symptoms and mental peculiarity is also useful for the cases. So typical expression of solid stage of phosphorus perfume in mind that loves mixing with others and feeling of cosmopolitan connectivity. In present lifestyle, we can observe many such expressions. We only need to observe. So I am reminded with beautiful quotes. Perfume is the key of our memory. So thank you very much for my having listening to me and giving time to present my these cases. Thank you very much. So,
Hello. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Sani sir, I'm audible. I think there was some
okay, sir.
very interesting and very encouraging cases you have shared. Now I request Dr. Praveen Kumar to share his cases. Hello, you allow him to share his cases?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah.
अपना बंद कर लीजिए. Yes.
Mr. Praveen, you are a presenter now. Now you can present your presentation.
Sir, your presentation is visible.
Now, Dr. Praveen, you can start now.
Am I audible?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes, you are audible.
Right. Is my screen visible now?
Yeah, yes, sir. It's visible.
Right.
Yes.
I am only not visible. That's good. Anyway.
No problem.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am very, very happy to be associated with this KQHDA, International Research Oriented. Dr. Sahani sir was telling, he is trying to talk something I am not able to hear, Dr. Sahani. Anyway, Dr. Muralidharan, I am seeing, I have heard Dr. B.D. Patel. Dr. Hegde was also talking about the cases, the experiences. Now, in fact, I have seen the caption as research, so I thought I would present a case which is connected with the research.
Okay. Yes, sir. It's interesting. Yeah, please.
Yeah, right. So, here, anyway, to the master, our salutations, and from Global Homeopathic Foundation and National Journal of Homeopathy. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir. It is visible and audible, both, sir. Continue.
Right. Thank you. So we know knowledge is essential, definitely. But if it is applied, it becomes wisdom. And wisdom gives us happiness. We have to be wise. Otherwise, we will become otherwise. So we have to be careful And we have to apply all the knowledge, whatever we have gained through our research, through our experiences, and we have to apply it to the humanity for the betterment of humanity. The knowledge which is gained, if it is not applied to the humanity, it's of no use. So then only it becomes wisdom, and wisdom brings you the happiness. Now, this is what like another magic of snake venom. Many people have been calling me as AIDS Praveen, AIDS Praveen. Now, yes, there is a lot of research which went on from 2012 to 2014 and 2015. We have presented along with the scientists from IICT. We have presented in our World Homeopathic Summit in Bombay, which was organized by our Global Homeopathy Foundation. For the first time, showed to the whole world that Crotalus horridus has the capacity to work on or inhibit the HIV virus. And so far, so great results, tremendous results. And I'm very hopeful one fine day we will see the greater results of homeopathy in the front pages of all the newspapers in the world, not in India alone. I may be a little over enthusiastic, but I am very hopeful about it. Now, that same spirit we have continued, and when we have seen in a case, because if you recollect, the in vitro observation, what we have done, that I would talk little later, it has showed us a way. Now, in this case, I can show you hundreds of cases of HBsAg, which are taking treatment for their HBsAg problem. But I'll just give one example because I was told by Dr. Sripad Hegde as 20 minutes, so I don't want to take much time, only just one glimpse of it. Age 25 years, vegetable vendor, a regular blood donor since 4 years. I'll tell you one best example. One of my uncles, he donated his eyes. And LV Prasad Institute, I have called them. They came when my uncle died. They wanted to retrieve the eyes because he donated his eyes. When they came and they left, they gave me a ring on second day. Sir, I should tell you, it was HBsAg positive, so we could not use your uncle's eyes. I'm sorry. I felt bad. I felt bad because it was not used. But I was also surprised to know that my uncle had HBsAg positive, which was not known to him nor to anybody else. So such would be a lot of people. Anyway, probably after few years, we all will have IgG against COVID-19. So similarly, HBsAg. Now, so one blood donation camp, they have detected in April 2016 that this gentleman was having HBsAg positive. So his viral load was 14,413 copies. This is what I insist on, quantifying the virus and understanding the impact of this virus on the body. Should we treat him very rigorously? Should we treat him with any adjuvants? Or what to do? It will give us a clear clue. So it was around 14,000. HBsAg. His LFT obviously was normal because he didn't have any symptom at all. No significant family history, no major past illnesses, and only HBsAg positive report. So we have given him. If you see the history now in hepatitis B viral infection, many people are not aware. They have estimated that more than 36 million people are carriers. And major sources, blood transfusion, sexual activity, injection drug use. Nowadays, we are seeing Narcotic Control Bureau in Bombay is creating chaos among so many celebrities. So, injection drug use or occupational exposure. Some of the doctors, nurses could also be exposed. Professional blood donors constitute major high-risk group for HBV infection in India. So this gentleman did not have any symptoms at all, and he was in carrier stage, and we had that in vitro study with us. So we prescribed Crotalus horridus and 1 month SL. Now this is what we have done the research. As I told Dr. Sripad Hegde, I will show you a research, I will show you a case and connection between both of them. Antiretroviral action of snake venom, Crotalus horridus. CSIR, IACT, they have taken up in Hyderabad. And these are most important reverse transcriptase viruses, Ebola, hepatitis B, and HIV. Those three important. In fact, all this discussion, this research came out from a simple discussion between me and the IACT director who came to me for a medicine. So I told him Ebola can be contained with just a simple few pills of Crotalus horridus. He could not believe. He asked me, how? I said, I can't ask the question, how? It is up to you as a scientist to tell the whole world how it acts. So he has taken the vials. He did a lot of research in vitro because he had HIV virus template, which is similar to Ebola. He had his own conclusion. Probably it would inhibit reverse transcriptase. Now, probably you may be aware, this gentleman is in limelight in news quite a number of times because they are preparing drugs against COVID-19 also in IACT Hyderabad. So these are three important viruses: Ebola, HIV, hepatitis B virus.